gonna be that guy. It's probably gonna be shit, right?
Oh, it's rocking the boat. These days, nostalgia's the go-to.
Yeah.
Especially for our generation, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, just
We need to stay young.
This me playing out of the dream.
What? I'll 1v1 you tonight, me, Jordan. This is the We Are Error podcast. Welcome everyone. I'm here with Gilcade. I'm here with Prime Example, Jordan and Nathan. Welcome, guys. So, just a few announcements before we get started. Unfortunately, Chris is no longer with us.
He's not dead. For the third time.
Yeah,
he hasn't
Chris
died. It's just creative differences.
Yeah. We
and
wish him.
Decided to leave. We wish him the best.
Yeah. We hope he has some good adventures on his ways and is in good health. But yeah, like Nathan says, creative differences are what has divided us. So yeah. On to the next one. We had some vacancies open for a third podcast host. So Jordan, Prime Example, was happy to join us.
I am happy to be here.
So Jordan will be joining us from here on out as our third host. It's going to be a good adventure. We've got a lot of stuff planned. And also we have a fourth member who is underground, undercover. Catherine, my partner, she is going to be managing the socials, making sure we get regular posts, maybe doing polls for games that us three could possibly play. But yeah, she'll be doing all of our media outlets, all the technical media socials. But yeah, they're the main. There are our main announcements for the changes. We are going to be doing some reworks to the podcast label. Would you say?
We've got a new logo. Like I say, we've got someone that's sorting our socials now.
Yep.
We can access our audience a lot quicker. And just get content to you guys as fast as you can. That's our main purpose.
And with Kat doing that, she's going to be taking a lot of load off of us, so we can focus on the creative aspect and the news. Yeah. But yeah, without further ado, I think we shall move on to some of the topics we have waiting for you guys. So first of all, we have. Let me just get it up. Sorry, 2 seconds, guys.
It's all right, man. Take time.
Yeah, so this is my first time actually running the podcast. So any mishaps, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so first of all, we have got Splinter Cell. It's not solid information yet, but there's been a lot of speculation with the actor who plays Sam Fisher in the Splinter Cell series. I know we had a teaser. Was it Ubisoft, Nathan? Jordan?
Yeah.
The Elite Squad, the battleground survival game. Basically, they kind of teased at having Sam Fisher in that game. I think it actually was him.
Definitely.
But people were kind of annoyed at that because we wanted... Everyone wanted a new Splinter Cell game. For me, I the last Splinter Cell I played was Double Agent, which is maybe 15 years old. But the last Splinter Cell that came out was Blacklist, I think, if I'm right, 2013, which is it's a long time ago. Yeah. And yeah, so there's a speculation that there's going to be a new one. The actor said that he's not done playing the character, and he definitely thinks that there will be a new Splinter Cell coming out in the near future. Anything to add to that, guys?
I personally, I find this really strange because the developers are so trying to, you know, recycle games which were great, and this is just one that hasn't been. It's so weird. Do you know what I mean? You've got all these great games which just get, you know, get new games, remakes, or, you know, sequels, prequels. You know what I mean? But this game's just had nothing since the last game.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Game
Ubisoft,
because it is a, you know, it is a great game.
I think they're using all their resources towards, you know, things like Watch Dogs, whatever it is.
Yeah,
Legion,
Legion.
the new one.
Yeah, Legion.
And I think they need to be thinking about their older audience and, you know, maybe bringing them back with a nostalgic trip like a new Splinter Cell game, and that'd be fantastic if they did that.
Nostalgia's a strong point. No, these days. Yeah.
Oh yeah, these days nostalgia's the go-to.
Yeah.
Especially for our generation, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, just
We need to stay young.
what I'm saying. Oh, man. I'm almost 30. Keep young, mate.
Yeah, so we have Rocket League, which is still a very, very popular game. I'm still playing it. We were playing it actually on stream, weren't we? Yeah.
What was we playing it on the stream?
I'll 1v1 you tonight, me, Jordan. But yeah, just a small announcement about that. It's going to become free to play. I think it's going to be this year. They've said it's been. The game now recently, when I've started playing it again, I've noticed that there's a lot more pay gates. So the stuff you unlock, you have to pay real money for. So I assume, like, kind of with like Fallout, they're going to make a lot of revenue off of just the paying aspect of models and wheels and shit like that.
It makes sense. If I made a game, I put it out there and it was, you know, not getting any traction anymore because everyone in the world's bought it, why not make it free to play and build your audience even larger than it already is, and then fill it with loot boxes and expect everyone to pay? It's a perfect business idea. I mean, I'm totally against it, but it's a fun game, so
yeah, it's the transition, in it. You know, what you see these days is you either see games come out in full, you pay the full amount, there's no pay gate, you play it, you love it, you enjoy it, you get some DLC, or you get it on the other hand where it's free to play. And then what you do is you get your seasons, you get your battle passes, you get your skins, and you know that's how they make that's how they make the revenue now. Don't get me wrong, I'm down for, you know, some free to play games. Perfect example, Smite. I play a lot of Smite, but I'll pay a little bit for that. So
it'll be exclusive to Epic Games on PC. So you will no longer be able to buy it on Steam, but you will be able to. The Steam users will be getting the updates, all the future updates from here on out. It'll be free to play across all platforms. So PlayStation, Switch.
I feel like next year, if Steam doesn't have any big releases or anything, it might.
Epic Games are doing stuff.
They're bringing too many free games out, man. Like they're spending a lot of money.
I've got a lot of free games off Epic stores from last maybe this year alone. I've had so many free games.
And that's the tactic in it. You get something for free, you go back and you don't mind paying a bit of money.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the Epic Games are spending big money to make big money.
So. Yeah.
Well, they've got it.
They have. The announcement of Unreal 5. Like they're doing shit. They're doing stuff, man. So we have next a game I am quite excited for. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. We have a little trailer here. I'll just focus on that. Unfortunately, we can't play audio in case of copyrights, but it's not worth it. But here we've got a game that looks oddly like Jet Set Radio. You want to pause that? Yeah.
Got a face.
Right, yeah. So what we were saying is, it's Jet Set Radio, copy, but it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, the soundtrack is the same guy who composed the Jet Set Radio soundtrack. Hideki Naganuma is his name, I think. I think I said it right.
Sounds pronounced right. But yeah, there's not a lot to I mean, like I said, we can
Bigger
go
they
back.
can get.
There's
Yeah,
not a
yeah,
lot
but
to show. Literally only 14 seconds.
yeah.
But
It
just for the
is.
feel, you know,
It
you can
looks
see-
pretty much like the Jet Set Radio future.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not gonna lie. If you'd have shown me this trailer and not told me the title, I'd have said that's a Jet
Yeah.
Set Radio.
Jet Set
remake.
Radio. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
So-
Straight up.
Team Reptile made a game called Lethal League, which was a fighter game. I think it was PS. I think it was PS4.
I think I played
Probably,
that, you know.
yeah, it had what was his name? The guy with like a yellow face. Can't remember what his name was. But he's quite an iconic character. It's coming to.
So is it is it gonna be like skating or?
Well,
is it
what I read that you're going to create a gang of graffiti artists. It's basically the exact same concept. So you have a gang of graffiti artists. You have to go around, mess up other gangs' graffiti, make sure you're the number one gang in town.
that could be fun to play online if there's an online.
If yeah.
Yeah.
If you could have multiple people in like a gang and you go around a city, and even if it's like if there's a lot of people and you actually have to like graffiti over other
Work
people's
together,
stuff,
yeah, man.
and then they're coming across your territory, and it kind of like you're marking your territory around the city.
It's something new, man. Well, it's
Yeah.
somewhat old, but in terms of what's out right now,
Yeah.
this is gonna, you know, it might change things
Yeah.
up. Who knows?
I'll just suggest you guys just go watch the trailer. It's only 14 seconds, but the music is on its own is
It
something
makes the
to
trailer.
yeah. It makes a trailer. It really does. Next we have Samurai Jack. If you all know, go on, Jordan. If you
Everybody knows this.
if you will.
Yeah. Everybody knows Samurai Jack, guys. And when I've been reading up on this, apparently it's set. It's like a new story. So they made a story that's set just before the finale of the actual show.
Ah,
It's meant to tie in with this. This is what this game is meant to tie in with.
yeah, because if anyone doesn't know, Adult Swim did the finale season of this. They took it off. I
Yeah.
think Cartoon Network owned it.
Yeah.
So it is going to be Adult Swim's game. Adult Swim publishing it, and then the developer is it's not a well-known developer, but they're called Soleil.
Soleil.
They actually did the free-to-play Ninjala, and they also did Shinobi Striker. which
The
came out
Naruto.
Yeah, the
Mm.
Naruto. So they actually did some developing on that.
Hmm.
So it is, I've watched. This is just the trailer here, just the release trailer. But I've actually watched some gameplay footage, and it does look very unique. And as you can see, it's hopefully going to be out
Next
end of
month.
August.
Bloody
So,
hell.
yeah, so it's got some.
Is this going to be an exclusive?
It
Exclusive, or-
looks like it could
looks that
be.
way, doesn't it?
So that trailer there says it's going to be a Sony exclusive. It might be for that date and time, but from what the sources I've found is it's actually coming out on all consoles. So it's coming out PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
Yeah, it seems like a game that it can hit all the criteria for like all the consoles. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
so,
honest.
Yeah, but
I'll be honest. We're all Samurai Jack fans here, but I'm gonna be that guy. It's probably gonna be shit, right?
oh, it's rocking the boat.
The reason being is right. All you have to do is look at Adult Swim games. They've brought a lot of cool stuff out, but I would say that most of their games is more for mobile and maybe Switch. I would say PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC. I would say you should stick. But I suppose you're making more money if you just release it out.
Yeah,
into the open
onto
market.
all platforms. Yeah.
So,
I'm quite looking forward to it.
Yeah, so the only things I can tell you about what I've seen in the gameplay from me that might swing your way, Nathan, is it's got quite a good. It looks like it's got a good combat system. So there's a lot of combos and then switching between different weapon types to chain in with combos. And then they kind of briefly showed. I think it's one of them where they're like, "Ooh, I accidentally pressed that," but I think they wanted to show you the skill tree, and it is actually quite extensive. They didn't talk about it much, but it does look quite big.
Mhm.
And then also he had some unique features like his health bar seemed to tie in with his clothes. So the more damage that the enemies did to him, the more of his
I
clothes
like
broke
that.
off.
Yeah.
So you've got all them kind of elements in there. So yeah, hopefully it's good.
They're doing the most what they can with the game. It seems.
Yeah, by the looks
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. The 8th of 21st of the 8th, 2020, August the 21st.
My birthday 10 days from now.
I'll get it for you, George. Don't worry.
If you're watching, Sean.
Right. So, onto
Move on.
onto the main bits. Microsoft
yeah.
Series X game show. We talked about Microsoft, it wasn't too long ago, on what games could potentially bring back the Xbox in terms of like favoritism and what's the word? Exclusives. But
Bringing more into the limelight, I guess. Of
yeah,
shadows,
there's a couple of games that will probably make me want to get an Xbox Series X. Seeing this, but we'll see. See how they fare. So first of all, we have Stalker 2.
Yeah,
Stalker 2. Developed by a game company called GSC Game World. It's a Ukraine game company. The last game they brought out was in 2016, which is it's 4 years ago, which is still a long time for a games company to release a game so long after that. But it was Cossack 3. I've never heard of it, and they also worked on the real-time strategy games Age of Empires. So, I like Age of Empires.
So
Age of
have they
Empires
got
to a first-person shooter.
because aren't Age of Empires Microsoft, right? So
Yeah.
they've swapped around a bit, jumped ships a few times.
Is Age of Empires? Yeah, I think no. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the worked together in development.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just solely them. They worked in hand with Microsoft for Age of Empires. Sorry, should have said that.
I'll be honest with you, I've played the old Stalker games, not all the way through, but I have played through them, and I can tell you that I was scared shitless. Like, this is probably going to be a frightening, what you'd expect, your Metro sort of games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something
Oh,
like
like
that,
yeah,
something
Metro.
like
Yeah.
that.
To be honest, when I watched this trailer for the first time, it did get me a little bit shook. When your heart starts beating a bit.
Oh, don't make bloody Bioshock does that to me. I don't even know how I'd ever play a game like this, especially first person. Yeah, it's going to be a survival horror first person shooter. That'll be coming out, I think, at the 2021. But yeah, I'm not gonna play it just because I can't hack horror games.
Yeah.
Could be the greatest game in the world, and Sam's like, nah.
Just.
not
But
about
yeah,
that.
the last Stalker game was released in 2019 as well. So it's 2009. Sorry, not 19. 2009. Which were released
Again,
on
that's
Windows.
a big gap in it between.
Yeah.
It won't let me play Dark Tide for some reason, even though I'm signed in.
This may be inappropriate for some viewers. Can you quickly do a quick search and see if you can just find the...
Yeah.
Just see if we can get another version of it. But yeah, Warhammer 40k Dark Tide. I haven't played a Warhammer game. Have you guys?
Yeah, I played Vermintide. Played a bit
Yeah, I
of
played
Vermintide too.
Yeah. So
Fantastic
you guys,
games.
you guys will have more to say about this than me.
To be honest, when we first, just watching through the trailer now, when I was first watching it, I was a bit like, kind of a standard trailer. But then they brought the 4 characters in, and then the concept kind of was like, ooh, this might go along the Vermintide way of, being 4-player co-op.
I mean,
Was Vermintide 4-player?
Vermintide was 4, but Vermintide was the old Warhammer. This is 40k.
Right.
This is like the first 40k one, right? So this is the first one we've got.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. This is So the old ones is axes and bows. And
Yeah. So your old Warhammer, yeah.
Yeah. So Vermintide was, you know, people might not like this, but you know, for me, Vermintide was basically Left 4 Dead. It was just a
Yeah.
skin, you
In
know,
a
just
Yeah,
different
yeah.
area, yeah.
skin of
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead. It had the special special enemy, just like it had the special infected. But this here, just that there with a horde and then the 4 players, it kind of gave me that same vibe.
It kind of reminded me of the level on Gears of War 2, the Hive level. I think the trailer that we had originally showed like an underground kind of
Well,
like
if you look
cave.
at this looks like or something similar to the the inn at the beginning. Maybe this is like, I don't know,
Yeah,
maybe you're in like a rundown area, or but it's cool that we're seeing the Space Marines, you know? Like that's
yes,
really, really
yes,
cool. It's
Yeah,
really
yep,
sick.
yeah,
I wish the
yeah. It
shoulders
is.
were a bit bigger.
Oh yeah, come on! You have to have space.
But
Space Marine shoulders are like bigger than the
yeah.
whole torso.
you might not, you know, fit one in there.
In it, just take up the whole camera angle.
Yeah, mate.
But yeah, it's nice to see that they've changed the aesthetics of the game and bringing it back up to the modern Warhammer 40k. And like I said, if it's a 4-player co-op game, I would be down to play this with you two,
I will play this.
and a fourth as well.
We'll grab a fourth.
Again,
and we'll play it.
again, I'll probably shit myself, but I've got friends to keep me alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks.
Want to move on after?
Yeah. We're on to Phantasy Star. Phantasy Star Online 2, New Genesis. So recently, me and Nathan, I say recently, it was about 5 weeks ago, we started Phantasy Star Online 2. We had fun, but because we were playing Dungeon Defenders 2, we kind of dropped off of it. We didn't have enough time to play them both. We enjoyed the game. I've played the game for a while, but this apparently is going to be a standalone
This
game.
looks something different. Like
This game, well, yeah, it looks completely revamped. The combat, just everything about what you see in PSO2 now and what the game is going to be. It just looks so much more fluid. It looks like you can actually combo nicely without it.
the thing is, though, right?
Dropping frames.
As these games come out, I just think to myself, you know, there are games out there that are better than this, and I feel like you've got Monster Hunter World, you've got Xenoblade. I would believe that them games will always be better than MMO because there's no story in an MMO. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
But I am happy that they're doing it because the more the MMOs that come out, I mean, I'm a big MMO lover. I love WoW, I love Final Fantasy Online, all them. So this is just another one to the list, you know?
Yeah, it's what I like about it is because it's only recently PSO2 has become a Western release, and for them to already be bringing out basically it looks like it's going to be a completely new game. I quite like that they still have faith in what they're creating and they're working with it. And like,
I mean, Fantasy Star's been going.
Years.
It's been going it's been going decades, man. Like it goes all the way back to the fucking Sega Master System, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing, isn't it? It's just the same like with Final Fantasy. It's amazing how these franchises just keep going. You know, they just never ending. They just don't stop.
Yeah, it's I'm probably going to get this. Well, I'm probably 100% going to get it just to try it.
Yeah, for me, it's just you know,
2021
Fantasy player, but you know,
did you play 14?
I remember, yeah, I played 14 a lot. You know, I've got 2 different characters, so you know, but I remember you playing this quite a lot. You know, back in the days.
Oh yeah, I've played it. I've played it
We
quite
got to
a lot.
quite an high level, didn't we?
Yeah, we got to level. What was in his 40s or something?
Oh yeah, we were quite high.
Yeah.
Up. We got pretty good gear. We just.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure. MMOs don't really. They're not fun to video and play. Are they really? They're pretty serious games.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks awesome.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. So now, Avowed. This is another game I'm quite looking forward to. It's made by Obsidian Entertainment, which have made some pretty good bangers. I've got here they made Stick of Truth, South Park, Fallout New Vegas, which is probably one of the best Fallouts I've played, and Dungeon Siege, which I haven't played, but I think they've had 3 installments of Dungeon Siege.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know when you watch a trailer and you're just
This-
kind of engrossed.
Yeah.
This was that trailer for
Yeah.
Microsoft. Like I watched this trailer and I was like, huh. And then I proper got into it and I was like, oh, do you know something? Where's this going? Like I started then wanting to know what this game was. So it was a very good trailer.
Yeah, it's looking. Well, once you get into the gameplay, well, I think this is gameplay, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Wow.
I'm getting a very nice VFX feel from this game.
Look at them VFX. Oh my goodness.
That hand, that oof. The game is going.
And the lighting at the back in the cave. Where
Oh my goodness.
Nice that.
Like it doesn't show a lot, but that game
It's
has got
perfect for what it
such good potential.
Mhm.
I think. Yeah,
It's gonna slap Bethesda. I hope anyway. Obsidian have made some good games.
They have. I mean, I've seen a lot of sources lately, you know, stating that this is going to be the Elder Scrolls killer, blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
I fancy the shit out of Bethesda, and I don't think this game will be nowhere near what's to come for the next Elder Scrolls. But I think it'll be a perfect game to play in between. You know,
Yeah.
I think I'm on that wagon of I just love Skyrim. Me and it's one of
To
my
be honest,
think-
to be honest, this is like I've been complaining for the past 5 episodes about how there's no new IPs. This is a fucking new IP.
Yeah.
You know, you can't even though Xbox don't have a lot of exclusives right now. At least they're bringing their own games out. They're not remaking stuff. They're not bringing any nostalgia. They're actually creating new experiences.
Like even with Fantasy Star, even though it's still Fantasy Star Online 2, it's going to be a new game, and it looks like a new game. If you compare the two, there's not a lot. There's similarities, but it's like a whole new combat system and world. It looks more open world than more of a linear path. Than
why would you not want VFX like this?
Yeah, look at that. Look at that casting, man. It's gonna be a beautiful looking game.
Like, I know what goes into making that VFX, right? And I can tell you now, there's a fucking lot of work there. I'm telling you now, there's a lot of work.
Yeah, I won't even know where to start in doing that. But yeah, that's Avowed. Yeah. Yep. Fable. This
is for me. This is one of the only reasons. Well, not even one of the only reasons. This is what would make me buy an Xbox.
I am also saying that too. It's been a long time coming for a new Fable game.
I'm right. I need to know one thing because I didn't check this. Is Peter Molyneux fucking still the game designer for this game? Because if he is,
I don't think
will be shit.
I don't think he is, Nathan. When we were looking over there,
Playground, yeah, it's by
Playground Games,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's by the Forza guys. Playground Games. They made Forza Horizon. All the Forza Horizons. So, in my opinion, I'm not a car racing game like kind of person, but the Forza Horizon games are exceptional. They're so much fun. They know how to make games, and Fable is probably one of my
guys from Playground. Me and
at
university, and you can just they mean business. These guys,
they do.
You can tell
see that bit there.
Trailer. Yeah,
that bit there in the trailer made it Fable. Do you know what I mean? That.
Yeah.
Epic story bit with the nice scene.
The fact you've got,
and then that fairy gets yammed. It's just like that's Fable. That right there was just Fable.
Yeah, because there's a lot.
I want to take another look at this because I think there's a lot that we haven't, that we can look back at, and because even at the beginning here when it shows the sword and the skull, is that saying, is that an old adventurer? You in the old Fable games, is that, you know what I mean? Like, it's just little things like that, and look at the world. Look how beautiful it is.
Yeah,
so,
it's gonna be
a reboot of the franchise, or
yeah, I was thinking that because they're not going with the Fable 4 or like the numerical order.
Yeah.
I definitely think it could possibly be a reboot. That's sick. That's
It's
so
so
sick.
good.
That right there is too much.
The thing is
And
that
then it's just
Fable
like,
have
yeah,
always
and
had
it's a
that, haven't
kingdom.
they? The Fable have always had
Yeah.
that quirkiness to them. From all
Yeah.
the games, they've always had that kind of that subtle humor, some adult humor as well. But yeah, Fable. This is the game that's probably going to make me want an Xbox Series X.
Oh no, definitely.
Yeah. Apparently,
100%.
I read today from a source. I think it was Insider. They said that it is not. It's not going to be an MMO, and it is definitely going to be open world.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I'd be
Fable has to
shocked
be
if it
single player.
wasn't.
It has
Yeah.
to be.
It
Like,
has to be, mate.
Was it Fable 2 that had some kind of cooperative online co-op
Element.
where you could kind of go in and
I
out of
believe so.
people's
I don't think
worlds?
It was like
It wasn't like full, was it?
no.
Wondering if it
There were
was
some
Fable
problems.
Was it
Or
Fable
was it
3? Fable 3?
Yeah, I think
It might have been
three.
Fable 3. Yeah, I know it was one of the later two.
But I want to quickly just go into the guy that I think created. Peter Molyneux was the creator of Fable, right?
Fable,
That's
yeah.
why he created
Yeah.
the first. Like, if I mean, I don't know if he's still on this game, but if he isn't, you can expect amazing things because this
Mhm.
guy has all the way through since Fable 1. I mean, don't get me wrong, Fable, the Fable 1 and 2, quite good games. But he just constantly lied. He just constantly said, "Oh, you'll be able to do this in the game, and it'll be so realistic. You'll be able to do that," and none of it ever came to light. So now, at least we have some bald guy, PR in it, saying this is going to happen and this is going to happen.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
we're not. Hopefully, anyway, we don't see his face because he's tarnished the Fable name. I would say.
Yeah, I would say for Fable 3, he definitely did. He did a lot of. He said a lot of things, and a lot of things didn't happen. But yeah, I don't think he is a part of it this time round.
I think the jump between Fable 1 and 2 was very noticeable. It was very great.
Yeah.
But then the jump between 2 and 3 just wasn't there.
Yeah.
I know they were part of the same generation, but it just didn't feel like it had anything else on top of 2, really. I love 2. 2 was fantastic.
I
I
love
shit
2.
out of that game, mate.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Fable. We have on our list. Oh, wait, just one last point. This is actually the first mainline title for Fable since Lionhead closed down as well. So I think Lionhead closed down 2015.
Yeah, because it's strange because I stop and think there's only Fable 1, 2 to 3 in there, but there's actually they brought out the interactive one.
The interactive one, yeah.
Is that Legends or something? I think.
Legends were it with the Kinect. Yeah.
Yeah, which obviously wasn't great for the franchise at all.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think any of them Kinect games were great for the Xbox, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but next we're on to Halo Infinite. Well, this game, I'm not asked about this game.
My love for Halo died at 3 when I finished the fight. You know what I mean?
A lot of people are gonna hate me on this one.
I'm going to
yeah.
be very honest. This trailer and the gameplay, I did exceed what I thought they'd show, so that was nice. But I just can't trust Halo anymore. After like I'm saying with you, Nathan, my love for Halo died at 3. Straight up.
It died when they started shitting on Bungie. That's when I stopped enjoying Halo because I was just like, as if why am I giving my money to Microsoft when they just literally they've been milking this franchise from day one, man.
Yeah, I really don't like that damn grappling hook. It looks so clunky, man. It looks absolutely shit. Sorry.
It looks cheap, doesn't it? It looks cheap.
It just I was reading yesterday, I think it was. They were saying that they're basically making excuses. In my opinion, they were saying that the game was only a test. It's not actually what it's going to be like on the final release, which is kind of, to me, excuse. And again, they said the pandemic of COVID-19 has affected the development, which again I feel like is an excuse. The game looks beautiful from the gameplay point of view. Like it looks really nice.
It looks like fucking Halo though. Like nothing's changed since Halo 1. Do you know what I mean? Like nothing has changed. It's just the same game. It just looks better. Like, and I don't think. I mean, you're gonna get your Halo fans that are gonna pick this up and be like, "Oh yeah, this is the best Halo in the world." But the true fans like us three, that you should be, bringing the games out for. We fall to the sidelines, don't we? Like,
yeah, I think there's a part here when he grapples like a crate.
Like, why are brutes coming out of fucking drop pods?
Craig the brute. If you guys don't know, Craig the Brute is a meme of this trailer.
Yeah, search that up, man. You'll enjoy it.
Search Craig.
See that when he pulled the grapple, grappled him, then it didn't look like there was any like effect or like impact. Do you know what I mean? You've just grappled that thing. You're gonna pull towards it.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like.
Towards it.
Yeah, I kind of when you're saying about how it strode towards it, I kind of thought maybe they've done it so there's like a delay because of the weight of Master Chief, because apparently he weighs like a ton or half a ton or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say
he's like 7 foot tall.
What super soldier needs a grappling hook? Like, fuck off. Man.
Yeah. Especially Chief. Especially
like,
Chief.
Super soldier, man.
Just a super like developing a super jump for his suit would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Than a grappling hook.
100%.
I mean, like him having some kind of double jump,
like a thruster or something like that. Some sort of like
some kind of charge to jump.
Yeah.
But that would be more acceptable than the hook. Like, I really don't like the grappling hook.
Yeah, you know what? I do think Halo it's past its time now. It's had its time to shine,
and it did shine.
It did 100%. It was massive. And the first 3 games were huge for first-person shooters.
Yeah, I feel like that is an animation thing.
I do feel like
probably speed that up with everyone complaining about it, but
it's just one of them though. If you're gonna
what's that?
If you're gonna create a grappling hook for a 500-ton guy, it needs to have something behind it, man.
Why would a super soldier grapple a bomb and throw it? Like, I don't get it, man. I don't know. Like, I feel like just stop it at 3. Go back in time. Take 4 and 5 away.
If I want to take the good points from this, though, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it does look nice. The gameplay
the shooting looks a lot better than what it ever has done. Because one of my main things,
impactful.
It's like one of my main things with shooting games at the moment is, for some reason, I always claw back to Destiny, because that shooting system, what they've built there, is fantastic. I love.
Well, I mean, it's Bungie, man. Like,
Destiny.
Bungie re-revolutionized the fucking first-person shooter, mate. Like,
yeah, Kyle in chat's just said that exact same thing. Bungie going has completely fucked the whole series.
We used to play Halo 2 online. You had clan matches, and this was on a console. This was like somewhat different,
Yeah,
like,
it was.
This is what people were expecting for PC, not what you'd expect on a console. And Bungie did a fantastic job with. I think they even created Reach, right? So they've got 4 Halo titles under the belt, and all of this just ends up being like this.
They're just squeezing it out for every little bit it can get.
There's nothing left, man. There's
nothing. This is the problem they've got. This is the point that I was talking about like a couple of weeks ago. Is the fact that the reason Sony is pulling ahead is because they're creating fresh, new exclusives, and Microsoft seem to keep going back to Halo. Do you know what I mean? You could actually do with not having a Halo game for a while. You know what I mean? And then coming back to it and doing something with it. And same with
back
Gears.
up in like 10 years, yeah, man.
Yeah, same with Gears. You know what I mean? I love Gears of War. Gears of War is one of the only reasons, as well as Fable, I'd buy an Xbox. But Gears is the same. You're using it and you're using it and you're using it, and you're not doing anything overly different with it.
Yeah. very
You
very
create a
same
different-
all the
Yeah,
time.
do you know what I mean? You create a different story, which is great, but if you're going to use a game just for its story, that story has to be like a next level. Do you know what I mean? You have to be just playing for the story. You
Yeah.
could be shooting a potato gun, but you don't care because the story is just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah,
So,
I think
Just-
the hype, the diehard fans are going to be gassed, but there's a lot of people who are diehard fans from Halo up to Halo 3 now have lost all faith in it, and like, well, Reach was probably the last good one. Which I
Nathan said,
played.
It died at 3, and I can agree
Yeah.
with him on that. You know,
Finish the
it
fight
died
and then you
at
stop
3.
playing Halo. Yeah.
But yeah, that's Halo
I mean, don't get me wrong,
Infinite.
Halo. This will probably be fun to play. I probably will pick it up sometime for the PC because it'll probably come across, won't it?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but on terms of like, this is the new Xbox. This is what we're gonna do with it. This is the showcase game and Fable, and I just think, yeah, like you
Didn't
could
really
show a
show.
bit. What are you
Really
showing us
show
here?
what
Like,
Fable could do. Yeah.
yeah.
you're just showing us a little announcement trailer, and
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't, it
Um,
just doesn't. It's not for me.
Yeah, so that was Halo Infinite. We have maybe a few more minutes just before we go to break, before we do the tier list. We'll
I'm
show
just gonna
State
do.
of Decay.
State of Decay,
Hmm?
and then
I
we'll
think
go
that's
for,
his last
like,
one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So State of Decay, I haven't played any of them. I think you have, haven't you,
played two.
Jordan? You're both
Yeah,
of you.
I played 2. I played 2.
So I don't know what to expect. Again,
I'm interested
this
in what
game.
what you've got to say, Jordan, because number 2 for me was the worst game I've ever played.
Yeah, so I think infection and zombie is still big. It's still meta. It's still what everybody wants. It's still what everybody plays. Let's face it, with what everybody's doing and trying to change the way it is, it's still interesting. But State of Decay 2 it just felt like an unfinished game. So it just wasn't
what
great.
pissed me off was the fact that you'd play online with your friend, but only one of you could have access to all the stuff.
Yeah.
So the other player was just like, "Why am I even playing? I might as well just play on my own." And you're just like, "Well, oh yeah." So like, what is the fucking point? And I just hope they fix that in this one because it has potential.
No,
has
it
potential
does.
to be
Yeah,
good.
it does have a lot of potential, but it's what you do with it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
They could the thing with these kind of games, for me personally, this is my opinion, is they don't go down the middle. They go either way. They either go really bad, or they're really good. Do you know what I mean? And that's how it's gonna go. You're never gonna have a game like State of Decay hang around just because it's okay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I played 2 for I played 2 for about a week, and I felt like I couldn't give it more time because it just wasn't fun. It wasn't engaging enough.
We tried. Me and my friend tried. We put it down because we were just like, I can't believe it's like this, and we picked it up again because we were just like, nah, surely it was us that was, Anyway, after playing it again and researching the game, it's like that all the way through, and people were so upset about that.
Yeah, that is sad. That.
Yeah, it's a shame, man.
So I'm guessing that there's like, you feel like you're not progressing, and it's just like a flat line of.
It's like you and your friend playing the same game and him getting all the achievements and you getting fuck all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not cool at all.
Grill City just said that PS5 launch cacked all over this.
I don't like to be biased. I don't like to think, just so it's out there, so you guys know me. I am more of a Sony player. Do you know what I mean? But I've had every console. I love them all. I don't want to be biased, but for me personally, the Sony showcase was just more engaging than this. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I enjoyed it more. The game seemed to show off a little bit better, and I don't know. There seemed to be a lot more gameplay with the Sony one than there was with this one.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
I want just one final thing. Yeah. I think what Xbox are trying to get or trying to do is, and you can see this from the last console, the Xbox One. They're trying to make like an entertainment system rather than a gaming system, and that's all cool and everything, but I'm not willing to pay for all these subscriptions and stuff that are willing to, like your Netflix and your Disney Plus, and
Yeah.
like it's becoming one of them machines, and it's like, why don't you just get the PS5 and have both? Like have all the really good games and have all the entertainment, because that's
Yeah.
what a console should not just be an entertainment, station. It should do both.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I feel like Microsoft are choosing to go the entertainment route rather than the
Yeah. Grill City just said in chat as well. He said 100% Xbox One was being advertised as an entertainment system, a multimedia platform, but they're just going now with the entertainment system, it seems. So yeah, they started integrating Windows and phone stuff too, wasn't there? So yeah, it's one of them ones. You have your Xbox guys, you have your PS guys, but Xbox need to do something. Hopefully, Fable will lift them up, bring them out of the hole that they're already in. But
yeah.
we'll have to wait and see for that one. So before we carry on to the tier list,
Can
I
you
think
send me the thing?
yeah, I'll send it over. We're gonna go for a quick break, just to have a drink and
yeah, man.
recollect his thoughts, and then we will be back with a tier list. And shall we announce it just that to the end? Shall we say it?
Yeah. Just say you want to stick around now, I guess.
Yeah. You'll want to stick around till the end. We've got our first giveaway, which is going to be a pretty sick. We'll give you more information at the end, but the giveaway is going to be pretty tasty.
Pretty tasty.
Yeah, so I'd stick around till the end. We'll be giving you the in details how to apply and stuff at the end. So yeah, stick around. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Peace.
5 minutes, peace.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Ian?
Nathan's oh, there we go. There we go.
Oh shit, hang on.
Bring back the wubs. Aye, that's YouTube library for you, that. They got some good bangers on there.
Yeah, mate.
Right,
Hang on,
no, sorry, I didn't even send you the
I need to
2 seconds, guys, 2 seconds. I'm sending it to you over now, Nathan. Sorry I didn't do it earlier. I'm fucking just chonging out. It's the official topics. Tell me when you've got it. It's in the official topics. Yeah.
Official topics.
And we're back.
Just need to switch.
Yeah, I sent it to the official topics. Yeah, bear with us, guys. We're just getting up the tier list. There we go.
Does that look all right?
Yeah, you might want to enable ABP.
ABP.
Ad blocker.
It's on.
Can you full screen that?
I can't drop. I can. Can you still see it? I can't because it's in a different tab.
All right. No, we'll do it from there then. If you guys can see,
we've got Aladdin. Do you want me to just go through them all and then we'll do the video and then we'll come back to this?
Yeah, just just go over the games we've got and then yeah.
So we've got the Aladdin and Lion King remake. We've got COD. We've got the 3 Crashes and obviously the new one, Final Fantasy VII, GoldenEye, Halo, Medieval, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil 2 and 3, and Spyro Collection.
So yeah, what we're doing here, we are just. I'll just quickly give it. We're just gonna compare them, watch some videos. But before we get started, do you want to just ask Jordan some more questions, just to get to know him a little bit more? Because we were meant to do that earlier, but we were so eager to get started. Yeah, we was eager. So yeah, I've got a question, Jordan, and it's pretty straightforward. What is your favourite game of all time?
God, I hate this question. So, favourite game based off of franchise would have to be Dark Souls. Specifically the original one. If I'm basing it just based off of a game, Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac game.
Ah, good choice. Good choice.
Oh yeah, that is a good.
It is. Yeah.
Do you want to answer? Do you want me to go?
Yeah. We'll do it all. We'll alternate the question.
Yeah. Right. What is your favorite console and why?
Favorite console has to be a PS1, and that is based just off of nostalgia and memory, because it was the
like
first
software.
console. Yeah, like the first console that my brother bought with his own money, and then on top of that, it was the first console that I'd ever truly felt like was mine, because it was in our bedroom. So he'd play it, and when he wasn't there, I'd just smash PS1 all day, and I'd do this thing where I'd jump on his Silent Hill playthrough, and then I'd get super scared, and then I'd save over his game. But I'd do it every
my
time
brother used
just
to do
'cause
that. I used to kick his head in.
I didn't understand what override was, so then I just thought, yeah, same over that. Yeah, PS1 has to be.
It's a good choice, man.
Yeah, it is. Would you rather play only Dark Souls or never played Dark Souls ever again?
Ooh.
I would rather only play Dark Souls.
You madhead.
That is that.
What?
Honestly, I can't tell you how many times I've played Dark Souls 1. I've
You just don't get bored of
platinumed
it.
it. No, I don't get bored of it at all. I think I've platinumed it maybe 3 times of the various consoles, and then I've 100%ed it on my PC, and then I've also gone back through and played with friends to get them their platinums on different saves.
Oh, well done, man.
Oh man.
That's impressive.
I think I think the one, when you've got that brain space, if there's one
Mm.
thing that's just taking up brain space, it's literally the whole Dark Souls 1 playthrough and what you need to do to get certain things. It's just all there.
Do you like Bloodborne then?
Yeah, I love Bloodborne. Thought it was really good. I think when I checked my platinum time on that, I think I played it so much. I think I'd platinumed it in under 5.5 days or something.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's mental.
It was ridiculous. I played that
that's
so
big
much.
moves. Big moves.
What?
Go on,
Right,
Nathan.
if you could. What is your favorite? Do you play retro stuff?
Yeah, I
Or is
play
that a
some- I
stupid
play-
question?
No, yeah, I play retro.
What's your most favorite? Like the most nostalgic favorite, like classic favorite for you? Like, for example, for me it'd be something like Sonic the Hedgehog or Mickey Mouse Illusion. You know what I mean? Something from the
Yeah,
Mega
yeah.
Drive.
Castle of Illusion. Oof.
I
Good
think
game.
I'd probably say, as weird as this sounds, it's quite cliche. Is some of the early Mario games are fantastic.
It's not cliche, mate. That's
N64?
that's all.
Oh
It's
no
all
no
good,
no!
man.
Even earlier, like we're
Yeah,
talking
even
like
early,
NES.
like just
Yeah,
some of
yeah.
the first Mario games are just so fun. And when I think about going back and playing them now, I could probably go back and play them quite happily. But then there's
Yeah.
other stuff like some of the more recent Mario games, which you think, oh yeah, they'd be good, and you actually go back and play them for a little bit, and you think, actually, no, I'm a bit.
I'll be honest
Some of them
though, like
retro
a
ones
lot
are
of platformers today still go off how
Oh
Mario
yeah,
was
100%.
designed. Like,
It was like the.
I believe that was like the peak of platforming. You can't
Yeah.
get any. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
Like
100%.
in terms of game design, it's a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, good choice.
My last question is just a personal, like, what is your favorite food, Jordan? I love food. I want to know what your
I love
favorite.
food, you know.
What is your favorite food, mate? We need to know this.
Oh my god, favorite food. Let's face it.
What dish? What would be your last dish before you get executed?
Yeah, you can have all
Last
you want.
dish. Last dish before execution would have to be a garlic margarita pizza.
Where from?
Mate, that is
Mozzarella.
fucking yes.
Where from? What takeaway?
There's one in Honley called Da Vinci's.
Oh yeah, mate. I know
Da
that one.
Vinci's is
Yeah.
actually tiny. It's so good. So big up Da Vinci's, but yeah,
Free food.
yeah. Just like Da Vinci's would have to be the pizza I go to.
Yeah, sick.
Jordan, my last question is: what is your preferred poison? Meaning alcohol.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be shocked by this. I don't actually drink.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
is your favorite soft drink then?
Favorite soft drink? Yeah, a bitter lemonade. Can't go wrong with
Bitter?
bitter lemonade. No, a bit of
Oh.
lemonade. A bit
No,
of
better
lemonade.
Oh, right, a bit.
good choice. That's a good choice.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty good.
can't. I can't.
Cloudy
I can't go
or
for the
normal?
drinking things.
Because like I'd rather go for a Ben Shaw's cloudy lemonade, mate.
Yeah, Ben Shaw's
Okay.
Cloudy. If you put me Ben Shaw's Cloudy in front of my face, I'd be happy with that. But if I had to go for any lemonade, for some reason, Sprite is just, I don't know. There's something about
I don't
Sprite
know.
that I just love. I think it's more a case of growing up when we went abroad. For some reason, fizzy drinks abroad are just so much better. And
Yeah, you're
Sprite
right.
was always lemonade was always the go-to. So yeah.
San Pellegrino's lemonade.
Oh yeah, the Tory lemonade.
Oh
Yeah,
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 good.
yeah.
Yeah. When I used to drink, my go-to was Southern Comfort or vodka.
I'm proud of you for not drinking, because
In my
like
young days.
yeah, we're all getting older now.
But I don't. Yeah, I don't drink. I don't drink.
Southern Comfort's a good choice, man.
Yeah, it is.
Like
Yeah.
I used to drink that. It's a nice drink. Dash
Yeah,
of
no,
Coke.
that's a little bit. Of
So,
Thanks,
Noel
guys.
Noel Edmonds had just said Da Vinci's need to sponsor the stream.
Yeah.
So Da Vinci's, if you want to send us
100%,
some
man.
T-shirts, we'll sort you out.
Yo, if you want to send me pizza to eat pizza on stream, I'll bite the bullet and I'll eat pizza on stream.
Yeah,
bruv.
mate. That's what we'll do from now on.
Right, do you want to crack on with this?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking, do you want to just blast through all the videos and then we can just
Yeah,
focus
that's
on?
what we're gonna do. Yeah,
yeah.
we're just gonna.
So
blast
just
through
do
them.
just do a quick comparison just to keep just to show the stream
Yeah.
the difference.
So this is the Crash Bandicoot 1, PlayStation 1 versus PlayStation 4. Look at the difference. There isn't none. It just.
Ha, Christopher, how are you doing, mate? Hope you're doing all right, man.
How you doing, man?
Hope you're well.
Dude.
So yeah, that's Crash. Next we've got Spyro.
This is a game I still need to play because I loved Spyro games.
Oh mate, I've got this. I recently bought it on Steam, and it was a really good purchase, man. This game is really fun.
It looks really nice. It really does.
When I think adventure game like this, I always go back to Spyro.
You know what a game they need to
Yeah.
remake? You know what game they need to... Croc, mate. Croc
mate.
1 and 2 need to be remade. Whoever wants to take it, do it, get it done, you need to do it. The game would
Done,
sell.
Get it made. I'll pay you. Sorry about the advert. I can't do what about it.
Sick game though, guys.
Yeah, really good game.
Yeah. What's this on? Oh, right, so...
this is the
Final Fantasy 7.
This is the controversy.
Let me
There's
So-
on this.
I just love this series. The game looks
Yeah, of
beautiful.
course, man.
It does. But again, I do feel like it could possibly missing something. The remake, that is. I just feel something missing. It didn't entice me. It did at first entice me as much as the original, but the more I
I
played
honestly
it,
think it goes back to the combat. I think if they genuinely put in actual turn-based, they took this game, the actual turn-based element, I think it'd have such a better response rather than
Yeah.
the combat system they tried to put in.
I agree with that. I also think they did well in incorporating the turn-based into it. What we got on here? Oh, Resident Evil 2.
I've
Was
got
that?
Resident Evil 2, and yeah. So there's PlayStation 1
I
version.
know Grill City has a lot to say about this, and also Boise as well.
I've platinum Resident Evil 2.
Yeah,
and-
Resident.
Honest to God, this Resident Evil 2 remake was amazing. I just kept playing it. I'd finish a playthrough and I'd go back onto the next one. I'd finish a playthrough, go back onto the next one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a
I
big Resident
still-
Evil
Oh, wow,
fan,
with
to be
this
honest.
remake.
Yeah, I still
Say
need to play it. Yeah.
I've got friends that absolutely love this game, and I just could never get into it. And I think that's because I was a pussy when I was little, and I couldn't deal with zombies. But there's also the puzzle aspect, which I've never liked because they always seem really tedious, and you have to go out your way to solve them. And I don't like stuff like that. But I don't know how. I mean, I haven't really played either of them, so I couldn't really tell you. I'm just based off, what I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
personal experience.
I think I would have always said anyone should play Resident Evil 2, but honest to God, if remake becomes super cheap and you just want to play a good game, you can't go wrong with the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah.
So Grill City in chat said that the remakes, that Capcom have set the bar for the remakes and they've done it to perfection. So they've set that bar of remakes, and people are expecting a level of remakes now to be up there and to be just doing what Capcom have done with theirs.
Yeah, I agree with Grill. He says they're more streamlined, which is
Yeah.
and I also agree with him about Resident Evil 3.
Also, Boise has said that the first 2 campaigns are 10 out of 10 and the second 2 are 6 out of 10. So,
3 and 4, you mean?
Two
No,
and
I think
3.
he's talking about the campaigns in the game.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
in Resident Evil 2, there is 3 different
Oh, right, I see. Yeah.
game.
Yeah. What we
Scenarios.
got up next? Medieval. I know you
Medieval.
played a lot of this, Sam.
Yeah, I platted this game. Oh yeah, I platted this game. I think they absolutely smashed this remake. If you've ever played the original, play the remake. It is so nostalgic. The game is, in my opinion, flawless. There's also some once you have completed the game, I think you have to plat it actually, and once you've platted it, it unlocks the original medieval game to play.
Oh, that's really cool.
Which also kind of rolls me to the next point, which is that recently some modders have realized that the PS4 has a built-in emulator for PlayStation 1 games.
Yeah.
Due to people finding like this game has links to that emulator inside the PlayStation. So for me, it's they smashed it. The voiceovers and everything. The game, it's going to be high tier for me.
Next up, GoldenEye. After this awful advert about a phone game, most likely.
Yes. GoldenEye. Oh.
So the original is fucking amazing.
Everyone knows the original.
Just set up for future.
I was a big Nintendo 64 nerd. I still am, and I would still say that this is one of the best Nintendo 64 games.
Yeah, hands down.
System. And then,
and then they brought this.
Absolute shithouse, mate. That's all I'll say. An absolute shithouse.
The original has aged poorly, but for its time and the amount of fun you got out of that game with your friends, 4-player, all that screen hopping all day, every day. Golden Gun. Oof.
Golden Gun, mate. That was so fun.
People don't like screen hopping, but I genuinely think it's a talent. If you can look at the screen and look at yours.
You might have cheats.
Look at Sam saying you can't because he can't do it. He can't screen hop. Sam, you died. Oh man, I'm too busy looking at Jordan's screen.
I mean, I don't know. It's just shite. Next one, Halo.
So this is the MCC. Am I right?
I loved the thing that you could do in this game where you can just on the fly change the graphics from the original to the newest, and it just worked. There was no menus. It just fucking worked.
Right. Being time checked, we need to move on, get to the tier list. We have on a tight schedule. We're trying to keep nice and choppy. But let's move on to next.
Halo, these are your Disneys. Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah. Did very well. Ratchet
and Clank was fantastic.
Very good remake.
Modern Warfare, everyone knows.
Everyone knows COD. I think that's it.
Is actually going to be free on PlayStation.
Right, let's crack on.
Yeah, so let's. Can you see my screen all right there?
Yeah.
Right. So, do you want to start with the Aladdin? And do you want to just start as it is?
Just pick whatever you want.
All right, yeah.
We'll see. We'll start with the Resis because we've got some people in chat who are Resident Evil fans. So
I would put them both in average, just because they're not my thing.
I would say good for probably them both, just because the original I played but never completed, and I haven't played the second remake.
For me, I'd go with Resident Evil 2 is good. There was a halfway mark I'd put it I'd like to put it between sick and God, but Resident Evil 2
It's-
remake is definitely sick.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've got good for Resident Evil 2, and the
we-
remake is sick.
Yeah, we've got Grill City saying it's sick.
Yeah.
I'm saying good for the original. So I
said
think
average. So we'll keep it at good.
yeah, I'm happy with that.
Nemesis.
The first
Where would
one,
you put?
personally for me, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis for the PlayStation, that one is sick. Like I would put that as sick, but it depends what everyone else is feeling. The remake, though, it'd have to go down as average because I wasn't as interested in it as I should have been.
Yeah, but is that the game's fault though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? That game has to be interesting enough to keep me playing.
yeah,
If you ain't
but if
keeping
it's
me
right,
playing,
if you played all the way through Nemesis, are you saying that the Resident Evil 3 remake isn't the same as the PlayStation one?
So Grill City saying that the Resident Evil 3 remake is average.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'd say the remake is average, and I really
But
prefer
also-
the PlayStation one is sick.
I also got Voices saying that it is bad. I would personally put it in average as well because I've heard a lot
yeah,
of bad things.
I'm gonna put it in average. And then what were you doing?
I would say
the PlayStation one.
I would say good.
I wouldn't say
Good,
sick.
is that what you guys are saying? Good.
What would you say, Jordan?
What would you
Me
say?
personally,
Sick?
I think Resident Evil 3 Nemesis is sick. The
Yeah.
PlayStation one. God damn, yeah. Like
Nemesis
Li-
was just
personally for me, I don't know about everyone else, but when you think Resident Evil, you first
Yeah,
straight away
yeah.
think Nemesis. Do you know what I mean? You think Nemesis.
Mm.
Let's face it.
Grill City saying good for Nemesis original.
Yeah, just
No,
stick it
I
in
don't
good.
think I.
Yeah, I'm happy to put it in good because I've not even played these, so like
If it's just like, yeah, good.
whatever, man.
not-
I'll
do you
put
not
I'll put
enjoy
them all
it?
in bad, mate. I'll put them all here, down here. Like I don't give a fuck.
If it's like, I've not played them, they're all bad. Do you
Where
not
was
enjoy the
everything?
franchise?
Nah, Resident Evil 2 remake was sick. Yeah, that was
There
it.
we
That
go.
was it.
There we go.
I want to put. I want to do a good one. Go on, Final Fantasies.
Right, I haven't played the
Fancies, yeah.
second one, but I've played the original. I played quite a lot of the original, and I would definitely put that as sick.
The original.
I don't think it's God.
All right,
I
I
think
wouldn't.
it's-
I
I
wouldn't
would
put it
as
at God.
sick.
I'd put it as sick.
I'd put it as sick.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
put it as sick.
Just because
And then
God tier is just.
God tier's like I'm telling you what's going in God tier. Probably.
I'm thinking
I mean, it's got to
007.
be that, hasn't it?
Personally, nothing for me on this list would reach God tier. There's only
Yeah.
a couple of God tier games I personally consider, and one of them is God of War,
We should have put that in here.
Yeah.
Dark Souls. But obviously, Dark Souls is very much opinion, but I think God of War is just fantastic.
So Grill City is saying 7. The original 7 should be God, which is
The original what?
The original 7 should be God, which is I would agree with, but because of it's a hit and miss game, you either love it that much or you just it's people
yeah.
think it's overrated. So
It
I
is-
would put it in
it is
sick
overrated.
just for the sake that I think it is a better place to be sick. Just for the overall opinion on the game.
I mean, are we putting the remake in average?
I'm putting it in
Is it
good.
an average
I'd
game?
put it in good. I'd put the remake in good.
it a good
I'd
game?
put the remake in good. Yeah, I don't think. Like I said, I think I think it's got the same feeling. It's one of them. It's
Mhm.
like you either really like it or you really don't.
Yeah.
Off of what
Um,
I feel, the
Mhm.
combat's a bit meh. The game itself and the story's still told amazingly well.
Go on, Jordan. Pick a game then.
Oh, pick a game. We'll do Crash.
Yeah, man.
Crash.
Originals.
The originals, I'd say, are sick.
Yeah.
Yes, I would
The-
also put them there.
I
The
would put.
remake. I would only put at good.
Ooh, I would put
Right.
that at sick
the
also.
reason why I think the remake is also in good is because when you recreate a game, it doesn't have the same feel as
Yeah.
a PlayStation controller. It doesn't work as well with analog, and for that reason, it's slightly harder. So I don't think it is as good as the originals. I just think it's. Don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic remake, and it delivers all three games perfectly fine. It's just as a person that's played a lot of the original ones, you can feel the
Yeah,
slowness and the.
I totally agree with that. Like, I am very much the originals are sick, but this remake, again, it's that whole the nostalgia's there, and I think that's what pulls you in. But if you actually played it, it wasn't as it didn't
And I
feel the
know
same.
Crash is a hard game. Crash is a fucking hard game. I know that, but
Fucking
just
solid,
it felt
yeah.
that little bit harder on
Yeah.
using an analog stick.
I actually on that you know how I feel like Crash on the original, because you had to use the D-pad, I feel like it had more of a grid
All right, yeah.
like movement to it, whereas on the remake, even if
Yeah,
you're using
you're
the
right.
D-pad, it's still got so much more freedom
Right.
like in movement, so I feel like it is harder than the originals
Yeah.
due to that. But
Square.
I still think it's sick.
It's Dark Souls.
Kids Dark Souls. Yeah, you could be right, Square. You're definitely right. Especially them bridge levels. God damn it, man.
Yeah, that name.
You want to poke your
Them
eyes
bridge
out, man. I would
yeah,
put the
I-
remake in sick, but
Would you?
the unanimous, whichever you guys are saying good, then it's good.
I wouldn't be able to look at this tier list properly if it was in sick. I'd feel a bit sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I for some reason I think the original 3 Crashes need to be God tier. You know.
I just
Right,
I would.
right. Let's just have a conversation. Right. If Crash goes up there, Spyro has to go up there. Because
I
I
agree
see
with
them
that.
two games. I see them two games as like a one. You know what I mean? Like I see
Yeah,
Spyro and
yeah,
Crash
yeah,
as like
yeah.
two.
It's like the ultimate trilogy of games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one of them.
Are we
like,
moving it up?
I think
If we were to go to the Spyro tier now, and you asked me about the first 3 Spyro games, I'd tell you to put that in God.
yeah, do
Based
it.
off of that, the original Crash could go in God, because that's one of the games probably if I were looking at the list.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Well,
I think that's right. What
that's
does
right, innit? If I put
Chat-
the originals in God, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they do need pushing up to sick if they're God tier. I don't know. What
would
do
you
reckon?
guys agree with the God tier on the first 3
I think
Crashes
the
and the
Spyro
first 3
remake is
Spyros?
sick.
I haven't played it. I need to get it. I
think the Spyro remake.
No,
is
you're right. There's no problems with the Spyro one.
Yeah, like I definitely played the
it's
Spyro
exactly the
remake and
same.
I didn't feel the same way I felt with Crash, where I was like, I think with Crash remake, I kind of was like forcing myself to play it because deep down I want to play it, if that makes sense. But with the Spyro one, I played it because I was just playing it and I was really enjoying it.
So,
Yeah, you need to get Spyro if you haven't got
Boise
it.
and Grill City have said that if the original Crash came out today, it wouldn't be God. And
But it would,
nostalgia
because
is
it has,
clouding.
and it's done well.
Nostalgia is cloud, but I guess you have to factor in everything with these decision you make. Let's face it, we want it to. It's God tier because let's face it, filled up very childhood.
I mean, if you think about it, these two games in God tier most likely changed a lot for
Of
the industry in
platformers,
terms of
especially in
platforming,
platformers. Yeah.
and so I would say that's the reason I'm putting them in God tier.
I would say, yeah, I would put them in God tier just because of they were kind of like the goats of platformers for the 90s.
100%, man. Like every man and his dog had Crash and Spyro.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
You know what I mean? Like
I remember there was one of my mum's friends. She lived up the road. She was very much into Spyro. Don't know, maybe she was like a 40-year-old lady, but she was into Spyro. And I remember she used to ring my mum and be like, "Does Donna want to come round for tea? 'Cause Spyro a bit." And it was just like a bit of Spyro, and I needed to come and do it for me. And I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, that's sick. Right, 007. Let's get something in that bad category. We already know what's going. I'm happy. I'm happy putting it at sick.
Yeah, because the fucking the reason is the N64 version. Yeah, it had everything going for it, but the aiming was a little bit gay, like a little bit shit.
What on the original?
On the original.
The original, it had that center snap, so every time you turned it snapped back to the center. And I agree. The game for nostalgic reasons for me would be in God, but just cause of that mechanic. Yeah. And I've played it in recent times. It's not very good. Like that mechanic really is off-putting.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is though, this was out for the first console or one of the first consoles that was for 3D. So I'm guessing they didn't really know how a shooter would play.
16-bit, was it 16 or 32-bit? The N64.
32.
It was 32, wasn't it?
The N64. Oh, it was 64-bit, hence the 64.
No, I don't think it was. I think they named it 64 to try and get 64-bit, but it wasn't. They couldn't perform up to 64 bits. I think that's what it was. Kind of like the Jaguar and the.
Where it's like down on paper, it's a 64-bit machine.
Yeah, but it's not capable of pushing to that point. Devil's Tier has just said trying to hit Oddjob was impossible. He was so tiny that you always had to aim manually to hit him. Yeah, I remember that. That was bad.
Let's get next one. Come on.
I want to do the Aladdin.
Go on.
I'm going to put these.
Yeah.
They're definitely.
I'm going to say good.
Good games, yeah.
I personally can say the first one's good.
Lion King is sick. Like, have you played that?
I would say
original?
Lion King was.
I haven't played the remakes. I didn't want to fork out nearly £40.
Well, this is some Grill City.
One downside that I'm gonna say about it is, are these two games worth £15 each?
No.
No.
Grill City has just said that it should go in bad because the game shouldn't be £40.
He's got a point. I mean, I'll consider bringing it down to average because I don't think it deserves it. It's not a bad game.
I agree with average.
I think price tag, if it was better, it would definitely gone in good for me. But when I first saw
I'm
this
happy with average.
When I first saw that on the store, I was genuinely taken back by the price straight away. I was like, what is going on?
I was upset that they bundled it and it still cost a fucking fortune. I thought, you know what? It's Disney all over, man. It's fucking Disney all over.
Yeah, average.
So,
Ratchet?
Halos? Ratchet?
Oh, Halos?
Yeah,
Halos?
I've just noticed that the remake isn't on there,
Ratchet.
but we can.
Yeah, but it's all right. It's okay. We'll do.
Sorry. No, I'm doing Ratchet now. Get out of the way because the originals. I'm gonna say sick. Oh, yeah.
This is all Ratchet and Clank games, not just one.
So if you go by all Ratchet and Clank games, let's say that I don't know. Personally, for me, I'd put both of them in sick. I enjoyed the remake a lot.
What does Ratchet and Clank have to do to get into God tier then, for you?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I just didn't enjoy them.
I personally think it needs to be sick.
I definitely think sick. I think I don't know what it is. I think it's that same thing they were saying before. When you think these kind of games back, you always go straight to Spyro and Crash. Don't really go back to Ratchet and Clank, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but
when someone mentions it, I'm like, you what? Sorry.
Did you when the remake came out though? Did you?
When the remake came out, I was like, oh yeah, this is fantastic.
I played the shit out of the remake, mate.
I mean, the remake was really good.
Would we both put them at sick or?
I'd definitely put both.
I think I'd put it at sick.
I'd definitely
the other one at sick.
Yeah, the other one at sick. Yeah. Halo.
Halo?
Now these have to be got like. Just because of the first 3 games, I would put it at God.
The first 3 games, I was gonna say, I'd definitely put a God. Like
and,
the first
and then
3 games.
Right, I'm gonna say every game that Bungie created like Halo wise, is God.
Yeah.
Every other like Halo 4, no. Halo 3 ODST, yes. Reach, yes. 3.
I think we
Achievement,
all
no.
agree on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grill City has said God tier. It changed the first person genre basically.
100%.
Oh yeah, it did the same. I think it did the same thing Time Splitters did, and people forget about that. Time Splitters was
Mate, all I'm
Chris.
saying is PS5.
Next level.
They're gonna bring it, man. They're bringing it.
Butter.
I'm telling you. Remake, I would put that at good because the reason being
Yeah.
is they
I'd put the
fucking
remake at good.
they took too many maps out, man. Took too many maps out. So for that, fuck you,
Yeah.
Microsoft.
I would
Yeah.
put it at good. I'd give good. Good's fair.
And then last two?
Boise says Halo 1 is very bad when you played it today, but we are going off the
I
actual
disagree.
off the actual game itself and for what it did for the industry. I do believe it was like up there.
You think it came out in what, like 2001, 2000, around that time? I don't know the exact date, but like there were no other game out there that was doing
That
what
was like
Halo
it.
was doing.
Mhm.
There was
Mhm.
no other game.
Yeah.
Nothing. There was nothing like it, man.
Call of Duty.
Right, well that's going in God.
Yeah, I would. I would.
Original, I would put in God.
Yeah, the
Remake,
remake. Well, remaster, wasn't it?
the remaster, I didn't.
I wouldn't say bad. I would
I wouldn't
still
say
say
bad.
average.
No,
I'd
but
say
you know
average.
why?
Average.
The way I'd say bad is because they forced you to buy the newest COD, and this came with it.
Yeah,
That's right. That's the reason it's in the bad section, man.
yeah.
If you talk about, if you want to talk about release when it first came out,
They
yes, that is very bad.
They charged you what were it? Like 70, 80 quid? It
Yeah,
was
that
£80.
is bad. I think as soon as it got released to be a standalone on its own, then that kind of justified it a little bit.
Yeah, but like the
on
online was
release-
dead then. Like, you know what I mean? Like when they brought
Yeah.
the price down, that's when everyone were giving up with it. Like,
Oh yeah.
you don't get that experience, do you?
Yeah. Boise has just said it wasn't just buying it; you had to pre-order it.
Oh mate, it's definitely going in bad then.
You
'Cause
had to pre-order it. I do
the
remember
only
that.
way
Yeah.
you could get that game was to pre-order the new one and pay 80 quid.
Yeah. That's what you had to do. I remember. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I remember my brother complaining about it and me
Yeah.
just being like, how were they getting away with this? Like, how is no one standing up? It's, you know why? Because it's fucking Activision, mate. And they piss me off sometimes.
Well,
Medieval?
the final
I'd
game.
I'd put it in bad. I'll let you go.
Would you say?
do you
I
wanna
would
go
say.
average?
I would say bad.
No,
To be honest.
I'd go in bad. When you think about because obviously we can't just think about it now. If you think about it when it was first released and when it was announced and when they brought it out, it was a bad experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Medieval. I would put these both in sick.
I
No.
agree with
Actually, I would actually put the original in good and the remake in sick.
So they did a better
Would you
job with the
prefer
remake then?
I think they did.
Chat played it, or
Anyone in chat played the new Medieval and the original? And
I do remember
if so,
the original slightly.
the original
played
was
the original.
so
I played
hard.
The original a lot. Yeah, the original was mega hard, man.
Mega hard. That's why I say it's good because I don't think I ever got far enough into the game to complete it. Probably because I was so young, but for that reason I couldn't put it in sick, even though it is a sick game. I think it was just too hard for the time, especially for people.
Definitely alright with the remake being in sick.
Yeah, Grill City.
everyone happy with that?
Grill City said, yeah, the original was good, personally for him. Then PS1 platformers were nuts. Yep, hard games. All platformers back then were hard. Hard games. I'm happy with that. It looks all right. Obviously, your good tier is always going to be the most because it's the middle ground. I'm happy with that.
I think it's quite average. I think it's average. I think no, I don't think. I think original definitely bested remaster.
Boyce says that one remake should be in God tier. Maybe Resi 2.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. I can't really say it should be because I haven't played it.
I would put it in God tier. Me, I love the
Ki-
game. I thought it
Kyle
was
said.
great.
Kyle said.
I loved it.
Grill City
Two,
said
man.
God, and I
3
think
for 2, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I think I honestly I love Resident Evil 2. The remake was so good. I can't even say how good it was. I was
Yeah.
so impressed with it.
yeah, I think that's that's what they've said. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Square also says Resident in God tier. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I hope you're all happy with that. So that has been our 6th episode of We Are Error. But finally, before we go, to everyone who is listening and stay tuned for the whole episode, we are happy to announce that we are doing our first giveaway. What you'll need to do to apply, we have now the Instagram We Are Error Pod social. We will want you to.
Can you get that in chat?
Yeah. How do I link? Can you link the Instagram in chat, please? If you can.
This is why we have a 4th.
Yeah, we have a 4th. Right, I'll just grab that. 2 seconds, guys.
Good show. It's been fun. It's been nice.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so what we'll want you to do, would you be able to follow, share, and comment on the most recent post? We'll make a post for the giveaway, so we would like you to follow, share, and like and comment on the post to enter. And when you've commented, just comment done, and then you'll be entered into the raffle, which will be aired live next week on podcast. The prize is, I think we've agreed on, it's going to be a £60 voucher for any media outlet. So if you've got Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon voucher, eBay, PlayStation Store, Xbox, whatever outlet the winner wants, we will get a voucher to them through email. And yeah, it'll be a value of £60. And if you're on PlayStation, Xbox, you can get you a nice AAA game for yourself to play.
On us.
Yeah, 60 big ones.
On We Are Error. That'll be
Error.
nice little full game right there.
Yeah, we will be checking that you have liked and shared and commented, just to make sure no one's stabbing us in the back.
Also, we will put our all the names in next week's podcast. We will show it on, like, do a random number generator thing and show who's the winner. So, like, it's not.
So it's all live. It's going to be all live, and everyone's going to be able to see it. So yeah. So
free to enter.
It is free to enter.
Free to enter. Get this successful. We can do bigger, better giveaways, guys. Which, you know, always fantastic.
Always fun.
You know, everybody should enjoy free stuff.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Everybody should enjoy.
All you have to do is show us a bit of love. That's all you have to do.
Oh, thank you for this. Thank you for the sub, El. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. One last thing. This is going to be the last We Are Error stream on my channel. We will be moving over to the We Are Error Pod Twitch channel from next week. All our podcasts will be live on the We Are Error Pod Twitch. So yeah, this has been an eventful 6 weeks on my stream, but it's going to be the end of the podcast on my stream, which is going to be nice. Nice to have just game related. But yeah, we thank you for all joining us today, and we look forward to announcing the winner next week on the podcast at We Are a Pod.
Guys, share,
love you all.
Yeah,
like, comment,
share, like, comment, all that malaka. We'll be posting through the week as well about the rules so everyone can see it. Just get it out there. Keep your eyes out, is what Kat said. Keep your eyes out.
Eyes out, yes.
Right. Anyway, guys, thank you again. And we are Error. And thanks for tuning in. Love you. We appreciate you.
Peace out,
Take
everybody.
care.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.